Really? I want to talk to all my Latinos out there, particularly my Puerto Ricans. Now, I don't know if we are prepared to act like what happened on Sunday night at Madison Square Garden in New York was just a one-off. Like that was just a comedian up there making some lewd, crude, and rude and not well thought out or well timed jokes about Puerto Ricans and Latinos and immigrants as a whole. We can try to pretend that they control the narrative of the energy that was in that room and how everybody took the jokes as just being jokes and how everything else that went on at that rally was going to overshadow the offensive remarks and the so-called jokes that were made against Puerto Ricans and Latinos and immigrants. Yeah, I want to say this to all of the immigrants. If you can find a way to look the other way when somebody else is denigrating your people, putting down your people, maligning your people, telling lies about your people, and pretty much going against everything that you have been brought up to believe culturally, environmentally, familially, and as far as your social circle is concerned, even your education is concerned, if somebody can put down your whole being, your whole existence, and everybody that existed in your family or in your communities or in your place of birth from generation to generation to generation, and to look at them as if that's what's going on right now. If that's okay with you, then I say vote the way you want to vote. I say, yeah, you can pretty much play the thick skin role and say, oh, no, that doesn't hurt me. And maybe it doesn't hurt you personally. I don't believe that it doesn't hurt you personally, but you can always pretend that something doesn't affect you personally. But, at the end of the day, you have to think about the other people who fought in order to keep dignity in your community, dignity in your race, dignity in your ethnic background, dignity in your culture. The other people at Madison Square Garden, the other opening speakers, also spoke negatively, totally negatively, yeah, about Latinos, immigrants, dark skinned people, people of color, black people. Everybody was on the menu. So for them to try to act like it was just one person who started it off and nobody else co-signed that or agreed with it, well, then why didn't anybody else say anything? I understand what it's like to put on events, and you don't want one person to try to be a cancer for the rest of the event and bring everybody down or insult anybody else that came before them. I understand that. However, you have a responsibility to make the people who follow you, the people who are supporting you, the people who are going to put money in your pockets and a seat at your table, you have a duty to make sure that they are taken care of and that they feel comfortable and confident that you have their back. And the GOP failed at that. It is what it is. And it's not the entire GOP, but you have to understand this MAGA thing is not, they are not conservatives. They are not traditional Republicans. They're just not. They have their own thing, and you can see by the way that they conduct themselves that they are comfortable in their own skin, and being comfortable in their own skin means insulting the skin that you're in. It means putting down the skin that you're in. It means making you feel bad, making your grandparents feel bad, your mothers and your fathers feel bad, your siblings feel bad, your aunts, uncles, cousins, classmates, friends, club members, group members. Yeah, everybody is lumped into the same thing. So, first of all, why do you need a comedian at a presidential rally? And for Donald Trump and JD Vance to act like they didn't hear the joke, as if they weren't there, as if they didn't have any say so in vetting and making sure that whoever was on that stage represented the views, the feelings, and the agenda of the presidential hopeful for the United States. No, they all heard it. They all felt the heat from it, and now they're trying to do some damage control without actually making a formal apology. And once again, to my Latinos, if it's okay with you for somebody to smack you around and for somebody to make you feel bad and for somebody to hurt your feelings and for somebody to insult you as if you wore a red clown suit and sat in the front row of a comedy show, then I don't know what to say for you. I don't know what to say for you, and I don't know what to say to you. But in 6 days, we're going to make our choice. And I suggest you make yours. I'm not really a political person, but I am the type of person who stands for right and justice and fairness. And some things just ain't fair. Life isn't fair, as they say, right? Well, it depends on the individual. We all practice our different forms of what we think is fair and what we think is the right thing based on the way that we were brought up. What happened in Madison Square Garden at the Trump rally was disgusting. It was disgusting. I'm not a Latino. I'm not of Latino descent in any way, not of Hispanic descent in any way. Doesn't matter. The Latinos have been my friends. They've been my classmates. They have been my coworkers. They have been my neighbors. And I don't think that that's fair. I don't think that they would treat it right. And I don't co-sign that. You do what you do. Nah, I was going to end it right there. But no, I'm not going to end it right there. I'm going to say this. Once again, it was disgusting. It wasn't well thought out, but I believe that it was well thought out. I think that comedian mirrored the thoughts, feelings, and agenda of the MAGA GOP. That's what I think. That's what I feel, and it's almost what I know. I'm just this short of saying that I'm absolutely sure of it. Just this much. November 5th and beyond, you make your decision. You don't have to clout chase and let somebody put you down in order for you to be down. Your life is better than that. Holla back. Daily Go Get 'Em Show, baby.